the opposite of which direction one goes. We need to be aware of that, and those things that happen in the middle of the room, where you've got furniture, where you've got office space, where you've got those makeshift walls that separate rooms or cubicles or things like that. You need to be aware of those things. So as you're making entry into the room and you're trying to get yourself a position of dominance, you're looking to put yourself in the room about 4 to 6 steps. We're not looking to over-penetrate. We're not looking to come into the room and take a far corner in any direction. We're not looking to under-penetrate, meaning that we're not looking to come in just barely into the room, because now you're clogging up all your backup that's right behind you. Communication is very key in this, and we're going to illustrate why in just a minute. But I want you to think about what I just had you do with your eyes closed. As you're the bad guy in this room, anywhere in this room, your job in your mind, the thing that you're going through time and time again, is your OODA loop. Anybody familiar with that term? Boyd, Colonel Boyd from the Air Force came up with it. It's you observe, you orient, you decide, and you act, and that's a continuous process. You're continuously thinking about that, preparing yourself for what you need to do next. Your bad guy's doing that. He's standing in this dead zone over here, or this corner that you can't see, and his whole thought process is, I'm going to shoot whatever comes through that door. I'm going to shoot whatever comes through that door, and he's already oriented on it. He's already observed it. He's oriented on it. He's decided what he's going to do. He's just waiting for that action. So what we as law enforcement have to do is we have to throw a hiccup in his game plan. We have to make him have a mental hiccup, and that's where we get our safety. We call it a triangle of success. Triangle of success is surprise, which is the key element. That's where your nonverbal communication comes in whenever you're making a decision to come into the room, making sure that you're doing it quietly and or with hand and arm signals, so that you're not really giving up that element of surprise. The next element is speed. You want to enter this room with the intent to get to your position, but not so fast that you're unable to think and or act on what you need to as you enter the room. So it's a deliberate to threat speed. It's not a sprint, but being able to actually engage the target as you need to, being able to think as you move. And then violence of action. Violence of action is your aggressive attitude, your mental ability to conquer what's already in this room. You need to be set up for that prior to making entry. You've got to have it in your head that you want the bad guy to be in here. You want to be able to end that threat as quickly as possible. And what that's going to provide you is the confidence that you need in order to be successful. So those are your 3 pillars, or the 3 angles to your triangle of success. You've got surprise, which is key. If you lose surprise, no amount of violence of action, no amount of speed is ever going to rehabilitate that. You're never going to gain that back. Violence of action, let's talk about, we already talked about corner fed, center fed rooms.